Are you ever arguing with someone, but then the person you're arguing with says something so unbelievably stupid that you genuinely don't even know where to start? It actually leaves me gobsmacked every single time because I cannot fathom how people lack this much cognizance. Your stupidity reaches such colossal heights that not even a citizen of Brobdingnag is tall enough to reach it. Did your brain take a wrong turn and get lost in Neverland when you were an infant? Because, buddy, I fear you're too far gone. This is unsalvageable. I feel compelled to just put you out of your misery because I can no longer, in good conscience, sit idly by on the sidelines and watch your only two remaining brain cells battle it out for third place! I'll be talking about, I think people should be able to ship whatever characters they want as long as it's legal. You know, a completely reasonable statement. So what the fuck do you mean?
Well, it's weird to ship something that isn't canon.
Brother, what? Where do I even start with you? Am I gonna have to hold your hand now and walk you all the way back to preschool of fandom culture and basic critical thinking skills? Am I gonna need to order you a thinking cap off of Amazon? Because how are you this obtuse? There's no reason why we should be arguing over common sense! Like, at that point, I give up. Yeah, I surrender. Not because you made a good point, and certainly not because I agree with you, but because your take was so fucking brain dead that I've hereby deemed you a lost cause. There's no point in trying to convince someone who's impervious to logic and reason. Not even the most delusional Elena Gilbert disciple Wattpad girly could fix you. Not even Naruto's fabled Talk no Jutsu could redeem that hodgepodge of hubris and delusion that you call a brain. Not even the power of friendship could mend your enigmatic ass. Brochacho, you are cooked! It pisses me off too, because their mind-melting logic never fails to leave me speechless, so they always climb on top of that high horse like, aha! Got her! Like, no, you hooligan, I'm just trying to process that malarkey you just verbally assaulted my ears with! You got me bumfuzzled. I'll give you that. Not a single valid point was made, but man, consider me stunned. And I start tweaking and geeking whenever I realize that these psychologically challenged simpletons probably think they ate whenever I give up. You didn't eat shit! You left the whole damn buffet! Not a single crumb entered your digestive tract, you malnourished moron! I think freedom of speech is a God-given right that should be unanimously respected and protected, especially by those with more power and influence. Incorrect! Why, I believe that the president should pass a bill titled the Quiet Place Act, which would entail that all people's mouths are to be surgically sealed shut to avoid altercation, and those who vocally reject the notion or refuse the surgery would be justly punished by being added to a real-life human centipede that would serve as a symbol of a simpler time, and an example of what happens to those who believe they have God-given rights. Big Brother is watching! I give up. Like, how does one even refute that? I'm flabbergasted! And now they're over here like, ha! Checkmate, goofy! You did not checkmate me. No, my dear. You started moving your rook diagonally, proceeded to chuck my knights across the Atlantic Ocean, set your pawns up in cheerleading formation, and then flip the chessboard over. How am I supposed to get around that devious discord? You did not clock my tea. You need to clock into an elementary school and learn how to argue properly because you completely went off script there, pal! This is why you never argue with an idiot, because they're gonna drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. And generally, I live for a good old altercation. I yearn for that elation during a mutual debate between two intellectuals, but arguing with a fool? You think it's easy peasy lemon squeezy until you experience it, because arguing with an idiot is debilitating! They're mindless but resilient. If there's one thing these acrimonious simpletons are gonna do, it's stick beside their outrageous take. They refuse to hear your side no matter how correct you are. There is no mutual respect, because when you're arguing with them, they're either gonna interrupt you before you have a chance to articulate any of your thoughts, or they're gonna let you speak but not listen to a single word you have to say because they're just waiting their turn. So ultimately, it's futile. No progress will be made. This is kind of how it feels to argue with my mother, to be honest. Because how the hell do you have such a tenacious, indomitable, argumentative spirit without a single valid point in your arsenal? That's a wicked juxtaposition! To put this in MHA terms, this would be like if Deku, at full power, went up against a villain whose quirk is delusion, which entails that they'll be shielded from Deku's formidable power only under the condition that they truly, wholeheartedly believe that they're stronger and better than him in every sense. Even though they're not! But if they're that fucking delusional, then they're adamantine. So even though I'm right in every way, shape, and form, there is no universe in which I beat these stubborn blockheads because they truly believe they're correct and won't have it any other way. I pity them, honestly. Oh, and these cantankerous clowns always have the audacity to be like, yeah, that's what I thought, after saying a whole lot of nothing. Buddy, you have the ego of an infinitely more intelligent individual, because what the fuck do you mean that's what you thought? Based on your points during this exchange, I assume that you didn't think, period. The lights are on, but nobody's home. Talk about, yeah, that's what I thought. Buddy, you are one snarky zinger away from getting a knuckle sandwich. Do you have a PhD in cornbology or something? Ooh. Wait, that was good. I'm evolving. This is my official petition to start teaching argument etiquette in schools because I cannot for the life of me keep doing this. I need a worthy adversary, not a goddamn uncouth liability who leaves my timbers shivering for the future of our nation. I rest my case.